Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Luba.
And my name is Striker. Now, as you know, this channel is about dating in Ukraine and the dynamics between a man and a woman when it comes to Western men, Ukrainian women.
Our task is to help you to do a practical approach, and we help you to understand the mentality of Ukrainian ladies, because there's definitely difference in culture, in mentality, in understanding, in language, in everything, and even like in the development of the countries. But our goal to make sure that when you come to Ukraine, you know the terms of the game, you know how to do it, and you're gonna win. And there's one topic that all the guys went through when they meet somebody or they met somebody. They went home, they stay in touch, and they ask me, Luba, what do you think? Are we in a relationship? Is she, like, what is behind this talks? What is behind that smile? I know, I need to know what is going on there. I need to understand, like, if she's serious about me. Are we in a relationship?
Yeah.
I hope, guys, you never ask this question
directly
from the lady.
Yeah.
So how would you name the topic?
Well, I guess the topic is the uncomfortableness of not knowing whether or not you're in a relationship or not, right? So there's this uncomfortableness of not knowing you want to be in the relationship, but you're not sure if she wants to be in the relationship. And there's this really uneasy feeling like in your stomach, and it's you're unsure where you stand with her, you know. And sometimes when you get to this space where you're stuck in this, it's like a nothing sort of area, isn't it? And it's like you want to ask her, like, are we in a relationship or are we not, right? And in the West, like if you follow some of like Red Pill theory, you should never ask a woman this question, and I agree with this. Like, you should never say to a woman, what's the deal with us? Like, are we in a relationship or not? Because I believe it's a power shift, and you end up giving her the power. And to be honest, she doesn't really want that power. You know, if the best case scenario is that you really want it, and she comes to you and she says, "Look, I'm quite interested in, having a proper relationship," or she even says, like, "What's the story? Are we in a relationship or not?" And you say yes, because you retain the power of that relationship. Now, some people don't like it when we talk about like power dynamics in a relationship, but that's what she wants. Believe it or not, she wants the man to be in charge. 100%. She wants to be moving into his frame. If he's asking her, or kind of like begging her in some sense, like, can we do this, like, I'm a good man or whatever, this is terrible, she's going to lose attraction for you really, really fast.
She will lose it, and also she will lose the confidence, because you tell how it is on the West, I will tell you how it is in Ukraine.
Yep.
So when the lady is communicating with you after your first trip, and you stay in touch with her, and you like do daily or whatever weekly calls, and you entertain with your child, or like you do some activities, or you're watching the same movies, reading the same books, cooking together or something, for her it is relationship. So for her it means that you are real, that you came to Ukraine, that you are not like just the guy who are just wandering around, that who actually is keeping his word, stay in touch with her as much as you can, find something interesting to do, and you discuss and plan your trip. So for her the most important, and I always say to the guys, even you can't come the next month, even if you can't come like in 2 months, we have this like thought of a 3-month wall, but like try to come within 3 months. It's very important. So you need to at least like plant the seed and say that in 3 months we're gonna meet. Maybe you travel together, maybe you come to Ukraine again, maybe something, but there need to be a point that both of you are leading to. And if you will ask her this question, first of all, like on the West the attraction will go, but here you will plant a lot of unconfidence. She would think, well, so we talk, we communicate, what's going on wrong.
You'll come across as like needy and insecure and unconfident.
Yeah, and she will and you will make her worry as well, because when you talk and on a daily basis, like when everything is good, if you don't have any issues, for her it means that you're already in this relationship, and she's happy about that. And so that is what the most important. So knowing that you're in touch and she's responsible, like she's also messaging you, she's sending you pictures, she is in a relationship as much as she can be on this stage. So the next step is for you to come and meet her anywhere you want and do the next step. Will you be closer together on the next trip? Will you have intimacy? Will you have more loves and like a lot of activities to do? Like, who knows? Like, of course you need to try to create it and build it together if both of you want it, but never ask her this question and just assume that if something would be wrong, she will tell you.
Yeah, and also like in the West, the idea is that the woman is going to say, so what's the deal with us? Like, are we in a relationship or not? And you say, yeah, okay, and like there's the power dynamics there. In Ukraine, the woman won't do that. And I think you probably agree as well. They don't do that. It's not. I'd say this is culture, right? This is like part of social conditioning. Is that she doesn't do that. She doesn't say, "Look, are we in a relationship or not?" Like generally speaking, of course, there's going to be exceptions to the rule, but generally speaking, she's not going to do that. She's just going to hopefully assume that you're in the relationship, and she's going to try and portray that through her actions, which is being responsive, talking to you, setting plans, generally just doing things that you would do if you were in a relationship. If you're messaging her and she doesn't message you back, or you're trying to talk to her and she's too busy, she's just, you just get that feeling that there's no real effort on her behalf, then chances are she doesn't think that you're in the relationship. And so this is the uncomfortableness of
She's
not
ignoring
knowing.
you. This is like, this is...
But this is where it seeds from, the uncomfortableness of not knowing. It's like, what happened? We had such a good time and now she's unresponsive. The uncomfortableness comes here, in this point here, where it's like, that's where you will get the urge to say, hey, what's the story? Are we in a relationship or not? That's it. That's where it's going to come.
But there's nothing you can do about that.
No, you'll kill it even if you had a chance, So your best thing for you to do at a point like that is just give her some space, If she's not responding to you, don't bombard her with a bunch of messages.
Just wait a few days.
Just wait a few days and see how her feelings are. Maybe she just needs a little bit of time. Maybe she is busy. But do not go to her and say, what's the story? Are we in a relationship or are we not? Like, you lose all respect.
And she will say, like, what do you expect
her.
from me? Like, you just came one time, like, I don't know. And of course you need to do something. You need to, like, if you really like her and there was communication, then it become a little bit colder, then you need to burn that. Like, when you have a fire, and the wood is like burning, then you need to add something more. And like, we have a video about like unexpected and creative men. This is something that you can come with a play, like, how to say, come with this idea here, even if you're not close to her. Surprise her with something, do something for her, and it not necessarily has to be flowers. Maybe do something different that you pick up something about your communication and conversation. So just do something that she not expect, and this you will see, like, if she ignore you even after that, if she not respond to that, if she didn't pay attention at that, of course this is the answer on itself. And no matter how much you like her, it means that there is no interest from your side and there is not much you can do. Unless you want to pursue her and try, and then but promise yourself that you will not be upset if it will not work out.
Well, I mean, like, if she's unresponsive, I don't think that like, if she's not I wouldn't like send flowers or something like that, and because that's going to make her go, oh wow, what am I doing? I'm stupid. He's like, it's
but lady expect that. Lady expect something from the man, because when the guy left, it depends on your communication.
I know what you're saying. You're saying keep that fire burning. What I'm saying is, like, if you've kept the fire burning and then all of a sudden it's died off, you're not going to be able to fix it by just doing some more flowers. So it's not going to work the way. And look, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That's why we say date or meet multiple women, and we don't believe there is just one. Quite often on these group tours, they expect you to choose one by the end of it, and that's it. And that's why the success rates, are not probably what they should be. But if you have multiple options, you're not solely invested and focused on this one here, which it happens to a lot of guys. It's like they get this one itis on this one lady. They've got other options, and maybe this lady here, maybe you like the look of her better, but she's not responsive and she's not the kind of person that you want to spend time with. This one here maybe is not as physically attractive, but she's just like nice and she's kind and she's caring and she wants to be in a relationship with you and she's forthcoming with text messages and conversation. And you can sort of divert and you can have multiple options. But this uncomfortableness of the relationship, this is, a lot of guys go through this. So the reason that we're telling you this is to expect it, just expect understand it,
sure.
Understand it, expect it. And when it happens, that this is all kind of part of it, it's part of the process, and there's nothing that you can really do about it. You just have to, hopefully she's responsive to you. If she's responsive to you, assume that you're in a relationship with her. Don't talk about it. I mean, you can talk about it, I guess, if it's come up probably in person. If you've discussed it, you can then discuss it further. But if you go away and you're texting, don't text her like, are we in a relationship or what? Like, this is just not, it's not a good idea.
But in this matter, like for the guys who are like this, who know that about them, there are some guys who want to do completely everything by themselves and etc. But the guys who feel that they may have this uncomfortableness, the best for them is to have a wing woman. Like, it's not that I advertise it, I just see the difference. I just see the difference when I talk to the guy who is coming to me, who has the, because guys, trust me, like, because this distance and this time zone and this like COVID and everything make it so difficult. But you know, from one hand, I'm happy about that, because the only true relationship and real relationship really can survive that. Because if it was not meant to be, like, it will not, they can't survive. There will be conflicts. And so when I talk to the guys where I don't know the lady and I can't really, like, I can advise him, of course, from my opinion, but there's always very important to understand the girl's opinion as well. And we with Striker, like, already, like, we caught ourselves on that many times when we only know the guy's position, but we need to know the lady's position. Like, you know, when people divorce, it's always two stories. You need to know. And for me, of course, like, I can help you the best if I know the lady. And I have this, like, now going on with many couples that I'm working at the moment with. Of course, I can only take as much, but if the guy has this unconfidence, I can talk to the lady and I can, like, slightly ask her. And I recently did it. And when I asked her, you know, she was like shocked that, you know, he has these concerns, but she told me her concerns as well. And so and for her, it was difficult to say him, but she told me, I told him, and then they slightly work on that without any drama and conflict. So of course, if you are the person who may feel that it will happen, it's much better to have this assistance, like this person, third party, who is not interested, like, who not involved and not like on your side or on her side, but somebody who can help you when you have this unconfidence, uncomfortableness, especially when you're back home and you are so far and you can't just come and hug her and say, like, everything's gonna be fine, you know. So
I'll tell a quick story here, because there's, you know, there's like that fine line, because, you know, in the West it's like, don't text her too much, otherwise she won't be interested, she'll just think you're needy. So I know a guy here in Ukraine, and he was talking to a lady that he'd met, I think they matched on like Tinder or something, and she was in another city, she was in Lviv, and he was in another city. Now I'm messaging, and she said that she was going to come and see him, like go and hang out at the beach. So it was a big trip for her, and he thought, okay, I won't message her as much, I'll just see what happens, I don't want to act too keen. She said she's going to come. Anyway, the weekend that she was supposed to come, he messaged her, I think on like the Sunday night, and she said, I was going to come and see you, but you stopped messaging me, and I didn't think that you were serious. And so by him trying not to be too full on, she thought, and she even sent him a photo of the ticket that she had for the Friday, I think, and she didn't go on it because she didn't think that he was interested. And she ended up moving back. She was staying in Italy. She moved back to Italy. And so she was like, and now I think they still talk. And she's like, well, I didn't think you liked me enough. And so he never actually got to meet her, just because he wasn't, I guess, interested enough from her point of view.
And this is something that I didn't like about the 3% Men by Corey Wayne. This is something that is different. That is maybe
it's different here. It's different.
Yes. In this book, like, if you don't know, like, I think it's a very good for guys to read. It's 3% Men by Corey Wayne. We highly recommend it. So in that book, like, this was something that I was completely disagree, because he described something of the relationship in US, like on the West, that the guy need to not message her, to be like, and I think that it will work in some way if you're like local. Even though, to be honest, like, in relationship, it's the least favorite part, when you giving a shit test to each other, when you, I will message, I will not, I will read the message from the screen, but I will not reply, or I will reply the next day. This is exhausting. Like, this is not fair. I honestly, like, as a girl, like, and you know, I've seen it many times, I've been through that. I just think that it is like, it's ridiculous. It's like, it's really offensive, and I think that if you like the person, you shouldn't do that. Like, it's my opinion. But and I understand that why guys do that. Now I understand, when I work with the guys, that guys also don't want to be seen like too pushy or too needy or too involved. They want to stay cold. But with the ladies in Ukraine, it is very important, especially when it is like different culture, different a distance. Like, you have to message her, you have to show this interest.
And I'll say here, so let's say ladies in Ukraine, let's separate the ladies in Ukraine from ladies around, and ladies that are legitimate ladies that are in agencies, because they have a genuine motivation to get shit sorted. That's why they went to the agency. These are legit ones, these are not scam letter writings. So she's not there to play games. And it's actually, even if you date 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds, we actually got videos coming out and dating the 3 different mentalities between these 3. So there's that variable as well. But when it comes to she wants to have confidence that like she's not wasting her time, right? Otherwise, there's some other guy that's going to come along. It's not like you've just matched on Tinder and she's down the road, and yeah, maybe you can go a bit of backwards and forwards. If she's like highly motivated to find a relationship, get married, maybe have kids, move to another country, whatever, then by playing these kind of games, which I agree with in the West and to some degree in Ukraine, but with the agencies, I don't think it's a good idea at all. And I think that you should probably just leave that aside, or if you are with us, we can guide you through it so you don't mess it up.
Yes, definitely. Guys need some guiding, and it's okay. It's not that you're weak or you don't know or you have no experience. It's completely fine to have some help and assistance. So we are there for you anytime, and anything that you need, we can help you with. So yeah, with Ukrainian ladies, it's a little bit different. You have to be, like shortly we'll tell, the couple that we have, like Kevin and Elena, for example. Actually, they just got approved by US Embassy, and finally took like 8.5 months to get the fiancé visa. Unfortunately, it takes so long at the moment. But the because I already had this experience, and he lives like on California time, so it's like even more than just from New York, or I don't know how you call it, eastern part, or anyway. They agreed from the beginning that he will message when he is available, when he wants, when he can, because he's working. He will send her videos, and she will reply when she can, according to the time difference. They never ever have a misunderstanding on this matter.
Yeah.
And he knew that she's not responding not because she's testing him, just because she will reply to him when she has time.
Yeah,
so this is the most important what you need to agree, because otherwise you sit next to your phone, you see that she was online, that she didn't reply,
you jump to conclusions.
You jump to, oh my god,
you have the uncomfortableness of the undefined relationship.
You have these conclusions immediately. That's it. She's a bad person. She don't like me. I'm bad for her, and etc. Don't do it. Just enjoy. And like, I like this opinion. I mean, I like this idea from the Red Pill community that just pretend that everything is awesome, cool, and be confident in yourself that she wants to be with you. That's all. Like, that's the dot, and then from there you go further. So we hope that this advice was helpful. And if you need to talk about anything, and if you have any issue with the current girlfriend, or you're thinking about coming to Ukraine, please give us a call. Our website is www.heartrocket.com.
We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.